Words, the power of words. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 73 of our Get Your Goals Annual Challenge. I haven't had a sip of coffee yet, so hang on one second. The power of coffee. So today we're talking about words and what they mean to you. The power of words, and what we're going to do today, I'm going to keep it super short and super simple. We're just going to pay attention to the words that we use today. Our habits and the words we use repeatedly, are they generally more positive or negative? Do we have more positive self-talk or negative self-talk? Are we thinking about what we're saying in the words? Are we consciously choosing different words when we're communicating? Or are we just, like me so often, just blurting out the first thing that pops into our head and not thinking about the consequences of what those words might mean to someone else or how they might impact someone else? I think one of the things that I catch myself saying most often is, don't feel bad, relax, don't get upset. And I think I tell other people to do that because I'm trying to remind myself not to do that. But it pretty much always causes a negative rift or a negative impression because nobody wants to be told to relax when they're upset. Nobody wants to be told to calm down when they're not calm. Nobody wants to be told how to feel about anything or how to think about anything. It's up to each and every one of us to decide. But words have the ability, and I did a write-up. You can read that in Guide 17 on the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group. And then again, remember, I'm posting all of these videos from this year, plus last year, plus all of the Get Up and Go challenges from 2020 and 2021, the 30-day plus ones, are in Guide 6. Well, Guide 16 is this year's, 15 is last year, and then all the different ones are in different guides. Obviously, if we're up to Guide 17, there's lots of information in there. You can go back and you could search in the search bar in the left-hand column on Facebook. It's in a Facebook group to find any topic that you want. We've covered most of these topics more than once, so you can get a couple different perspectives on them. But today, all I want you to do is pay attention to the words that you use, the words that you choose, the language, and tap into what other people use. Are you around people that use a lot of negative language or a lot of positive language? Is it about possibility or is it about everything's impossible? Is it about the world is out to get us or the world is supporting us? The universe is, rigged in our favor. Is it, excuse me, empowering language and words that we're using, or is it disempowering or controlling words and using that we're thinking? Is it things that clog up the works, or are we using language that flows and flows to us? Because we want to make sure that we are picking and choosing and using words that mean something to us. And guess what? Sometimes we have to explain what we mean by something when we say it to people, especially if you see that they took it in a way that you didn't intend. Please communicate and explain it to them. So all we're going to do today for an action item is pay attention to our language and then share one thing that you notice in the comments below. And maybe it's just you observe that maybe when you're tired or hungry, your language is more negative than positive. Maybe when you feel stressed out, your language is more negative than positive. See and start looking for patterns in your own behavior. Also, start questioning how you define certain words. There's lots of words that trigger us. Some for me are hope, which most people love the word hope. It's a trigger word for me. Try is a trigger word for me. Because if you're going to try, that means you're not going to do it. So when I hear try, I always ask more questions. What do you mean by try? You're going to give it one attempt, and if it doesn't work out perfectly for you, you're done? Or is it 3? Is it 5? Is it 100? What does try mean to you? Because try to me means I'm really not committed to doing it, so chances are slim to none that it's going to be something that works out for me. I try not to say try very often because it means I'm not really devoted to what it is that I'm talking about or saying. Struggle, hustle, these are trigger words for me too, because I used to struggle all the time about everything, and then I realized struggling is completely optional based on how I define it. Just like success and failure. We can almost never, it would take a whole lot for me to feel like a failure. Everything that happens, I figure happens for a reason, and I might not see it at the time, but upon reflection, I will figure it out. I am committed to figuring it out because I don't want to repeat those same mistakes, because I consider failure and mistakes stepping stones and lessons learned to the next thing that I'm trying to do or be or create. So think about words that tip you over or mean different things to you than to other people. To me, I define success very differently than the vast majority of people on the planet nowadays. Now, wasn't always so. I used to, define things the way I thought everybody else defined things because I thought that we were all sharing the same reality. But our words, our definition of things, what things mean to us, our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our values, etc., those make us who we are. Those are unique to us, and they create our reality. They create our experience of the world. And our experience of the world is our reality. I remember having this discussion with my ex-husband a lot, and it just used to irritate the daylights out of him because he believes, and still probably to this day believes, that the way he thinks is the right way and everybody else's way is wrong about pretty much everything. Once in a while he changes his mind, but not very often. I haven't seen him changing his mind even now very often. So there are people like that. There are people, and we're all on this evolutionary journey, right, to become who we're here to become. And some people will never develop or evolve or become more than what they have decided that they're going to be. Actually, most of us will never become more than we've decided that we're going to be. So that's it. That is our topic for today. Words. Think about words. A lot of us never, ever, ever think about words until something invites us to think about the words and the language that we use. Is it empowering, disempowering? Is it positive or negative? My easiest thing to look at is it positive or negative? And if it makes you feel bad, it's probably not for you, therefore considered negative. If it makes you feel good, it probably is for you, so you could consider that positive. That's my simplest way of breaking it down. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Have a fabulous day, paying attention to your words today.